Alright, good evening, everybody. USA Vice Forecaster JD Rap with you in the Breaking Weather Center. I was going to give you just a quick update again on this potentially winter weather that we've been dealing with. This is a potentially winter storm. We got winter storm winds all the way towards St. Louis, up there towards Lincoln, Illinois. We have ice storm warnings, so ice storm warnings could be a problem, and this is where we're in uh, coverage just for a second. Just gonna come on update you right quickly. So in a second. So let's go right to radar. Zoom into the heaviest, and you can see. Look at all the pink colors we got. We got some very heavy precipitation, but so far I have not seen any reports coming in yet. A very heavy any like amounts yet, but definitely that could change later this even as we continue. So what we want to do is switch here for a second. I want to go to one of the make this thing enlarge a little bit so we can just see. I don't want to stay with you as long as we would have severe weather, but yeah, look at this whole situation. We got severe weather. I'll change sites here just a second. Let me change things here just on a second here a minute. Hold on a minute. I'll change a couple things. Go to share screen. And you could just see we have. I'm try to get this whole thing zoomed in just so you can just see we got winter storm warnings. Anybody, let me see here. Anybody in these colors here, let me see what we got here. In this purple color, that is an ice storm warning. That includes up here toward Peoria, Bloomington, definitely up there. You definitely want to make sure to be aware that these storms, this ice storm could produce power outages. You in Bloomington, Deccan, Peoria, up here in Haven area, Jacksonville up here, Champion. You're under advisory, but an ice storm warning is in effect until about tomorrow afternoon to 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. So here's what the text shows on the ice storm. So let me have to read it this way to everybody. It's in effect until about 6 p.m. Friday. What we'll expect: significant icing expected. Snow totals up to 1 inch. Ice accumulation up to 3/10 to 4/10 of an inch. So this is a pretty serious situation. Sometimes you definitely could lose power from this. Impacts, power outages, tree damage likely to the ice travel could be very impossible to do. So definitely, if you have to travel, just pack an emergency kit with you. If you don't have to travel tonight or tomorrow, don't do it because these roads could be very slippery as it continues. And this is a big storm system. This is not just like we've been dealing with. This is a huge storm system, and we got a winter weather advisory. And most of this is just due to light freezing rain, but you're in the ice storm warning, you probably will lose more power. The National Weather Service in St. Louis did put out a winter storm warning today, and that means you could get a value of everything. Let me pull up. This is new to me here. This is in effect to midnight tonight to 3 p.m. Friday. Impacts power outages and tree damage is likely to ice travel roadways. So definitely, like I said, if you don't have to travel, you don't travel, make driving very difficult from this. Make sure you have a cell phone in case you need help. This area is under a winter storm warning, and in this blue color, same thing we're in now. Let me back up a little bit so you can see. This is a winter weather advisory. Include Jefferson, Franklin, Hamilton, White, Edwards, Randolph. Anyone in that blue color is a winter weather advisory. This is for light freezing rain also too. So definitely we can see this runs in effect at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for parts of Franklin and Hamilton counties, White, Cape Girardeau. I mean, these areas could see some light freezing rain tonight before this thing tapers off. We should warm up tomorrow in the 50s. So if it should anything that falls should melt. That'll be some fantastic news. So definitely, this is up to around 1 to 2 tenths of an inch of ice. So it doesn't matter if we get 1/10 or 2 tenths. This is gonna make things slick. So definitely just be aware of the change in conditions. Right now, we don't have no. Hold on. All right, so we continue to watch this freezing rain one more time before I sign off. We got some heavy freezing rain over here by Fredericktown. That'll be moving in towards parts of the Cedar Lake, Perry County. A little bit of freezing rain that'll push into like Sparta, Collinsville, Nashville. We're gonna have to watch this and see what happens. So let me check and see up here how we go in Chicago and Springfield, where we can start seeing some freezing rain. A little bit starting to get going, so we're going to have to watch that. So right now, we have this whole lot of freezing rain is going to continue. We'll make a few updates later if we start getting reports. Just some get everybody a heads up. But we could be dealing with some freezing rain, and definitely we could have the severe side. I want to show that too. More on here, we do have a tornado watch still in place. This runs in effect about 9 p.m. So we still have the severe side where we could see maybe some isolated severe weather, maybe a tornado or two, not out of the question. So we could be switching gears off and on if we had to. See, we still have the tornado watch that goes in effect about 9 p.m. with Louisiana and down there. But let me show you one more thing before we sign off here. Is the severe weather risk continues. I'm kind of moderating this from the last couple of days. I mean, now that the Storm Protection Center has dropped it to a slight, so I mean, there's still a chance tonight, but we could get a few more storms going. I mean, things that we still have plenty of shear to get storms going. I mean, don't say we don't because we still have plenty of let's see, like I said, we still have that chance of seeing some storms next week. Not next week, but still this week we still could get some tomorrow and Saturday. But still, the risk of isolated tornadoes, but still 5% down here, so that's still kind of elevated. So we still have plenty of shear to work with, and definitely the wind threat is still bad. Damage and winds might be the biggest thing we have tonight. If we get a warning, it might just be a severe thunderstorm warning, but we can't roll out a tornado or two because this is still we still have to watch it in the hail threat. Even hail threat is back to zero, so that's some fantastic news. Definitely tomorrow is New Year's Day. We still have to watch out here in Western Kentucky. Still have to see what goes on out there for that risk of severe weather. We'll have to see. I'm going to back in here and see what we have in place. Tornado risk is about 2%. Wind threat's about 5%. And hail threat's about 0%. Then, hopefully, we don't have... So, even Saturday, that small chance gets pushed out here toward the east coast of Georgia. I mean, we'll just have to see how much energy we have left. But still, we could have a few more storms develop. So, we'll be here tracking it as long as we need to. Right now, I am going to end this broadcast and continue to watch stuff in the weather center right now. I mean, if we continue to see anything else to pop in, here's our radar back. Starting to get some very heavy freezing rain here. Starting to get to the dark reds. There's been some very heavy precipitation, and that's getting to push into like Sparta, but no reports of anything yet. I mean, so we'll continue to keep you updated and break in as we need to.